What's up, guys? Oh man, I'm awake. All right, we're back to starting at our 8:15 time. Silver has been on an absolutely crazy run. If we look at silver here, it's down a little bit. Was out almost was over $80 throughout the day, pulled all the way back. It's down, sitting at 74.50s. If we take a look at gold here, Nvidia up to 188s. Gold is sitting at 44.75 right now. Bitcoin is also dipping down here. You know, after big spikes in these all weekend, they're finally starting to dip down. But again, it's slightly red day today. NASDAQ red, S&P red. Yeah, the QQQ is red. It's at 620s. The SPY is red. It's at 688s. Bitcoin is red. It's at 86,000, 87,000, roughly, just under 87K. If we take a look at bond yields, bond yields are sitting at 4.1% roughly right now. 4.1%, 4.12%. The economic data is a little bit light. Why is it my... Hold on, guys. So it says I'm running this with no stream interruption. This we're running this fine, and we should have the data. We should have good enough internet, but I'm on my Wi-Fi right now. Go silver. Hug me, John. I'm scared. Looks like someone doesn't want Bitcoin over 90K, so they're keeping it there. Yeah, we got jobless claims, unemployment. We got existing home sales this week. Nothing really big though, realistically. We got pending home sales. We got the Fed minutes tomorrow and jobless claims Wednesday, and then markets closed Thursday for New Year's, and then Friday we're probably gonna have a slow day as well. It's a slower week. The economic data's on pause. Next week everything comes back. But we got the Fed minutes report and other stuff. We'll try to trade, and markets are honestly moving a little bit today. It's not like markets are slow right now. Silver pumped up a lot, gold pumped up a lot, but NASDAQ, S&P, silver, Bitcoin are all down this morning. Kind of a hangover day, I would say, from all the stuff going on in markets. It is a holiday week, but we will be trading a little bit today. Let's do a poll here. Oh yeah, Bitcoin's not back near record highs. I don't know why the scroller said that. It meant silver. And crypto's not pushing higher, man. AI just got it wrong. Thank you for letting me know. All right, there we go. I appreciate it. The silver break all-time highs. Question. The silver break all-time highs today. Yeah, AI definitely gets it wrong. I mean, that's how it goes. AI is just wrong a lot. It's wrong in specifically querying things, right? It's pretty good at writing. It's wrong at pulling data, is what it's wrong at. You know. All right, so again, Citi sees fiscal year 2026 next year S&P 500 base case of 7,700. I probably will trade silver today too. Hey, what's up, Ryan, Mo, P, R, C, Jeff, Harry, Brian, Womble, Jason, Type, Mantis, VA, Sorry, Maynard. Yeah, happy holidays, guys. Honestly, markets have been so slow when I look at them every day, but we're going to cover news regardless. But again, a lot of people aren't even streaming this week. Hey, happy holidays, Robin. Yeah, the question is it time to buy silver? Do you guys think the big, do you guys think it's time to pull back and that we might be experiencing a correction in silver? I think we're definitely at least a little bit of one. Look at the drops we saw earlier in the day in silver. So silver was at 82.70s yesterday, and it dipped all the way down to 74s by this morning. Bitcoin as well, with big crypto drops happening around midnight. Get my toe in silver with an ETFs. Santa came and ran already. Play with gold overnight was stupid with the mini. Yeah. Yeah, it can be a little risky. Just the way the market's been recently. Be a little risky. Yeah, so Bitcoin again dropped around midnight. It looks like this was tight. Let me make sure my timing is right here. I always get my timing wrong. Okay, my bad. This isn't midnight. This is Bitcoin dropped around really around like 7 o'clock market time. What made Bitcoin? $7 a.m. this morning. Looking for the breaking news today, but it looks pretty light again. Again, it's a holiday week. Apparently, it's the Chinese military released videos that showed like humanoid robots, micro drones, and more. Scared some people. Intel also sold 214.8 million shares to Nvidia for $5 billion, according to an SEC filing. Where's Intel this morning? Intel spiked up a little bit on that news, but now it's back down. Looking at our poll, 53% say no. So people are not optimistic about silver breaking highs again today. I don't know. Meanwhile, the president. You believe the CME is manipulating the silver price drop? I don't know. Silver had its run. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so this week's a little bit slower in terms of economic data, but we do have something. We got Fed minutes Tuesday, tomorrow. We got the Case-Shiller, we got Chicago PMI tomorrow as well. Today we have pending home sales at 10 a.m., but it's probably not going to move stuff. Honestly, the whole week might be kind of slow. Jobless claims at 8:30 on Wednesday. Thursday, markets closed. Good. And then Friday, basically nothing. When does earnings season start again? Is it January? January 28th, so it's going to be late January. But yeah, look at Bitcoin underneath me, man. Bitcoin just does these weird moves where all of a sudden it drops big, but it's kind of getting bought up right now. It's at 87 once here. I kind of want to short this on the NASDAQ here, but it's a little risky. But you know what? I'll try. I think I'll trade more active today because I need to. If I can hurry up and get in. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'm shorting this on the NASDAQ. See if this holds. Yeah, Pawn was telling me some stuff yesterday about it, specifically about silver. He said, there's a few banks that are at risk of bankruptcy due to silver shorts. They might be a little bit happier today, but again, a few banks are at risk of bankruptcy from silver shorts. Look at this trade. Okay, I'm gonna buy half. I'm gonna cover half of that just because, man. No. Put on this a little bit more, but yeah, a few banks are at risk of bankruptcy for shorting silver positions. JP Morgan was short silver early in the year, but closed and then went long. So JP Morgan is now long in silver. China is buying up every amount of silver they can. We now have 6 times the amount of paper silver contracts out there that the physical market can't deliver on because there isn't enough silver. Potential margin calls coming for those shorts, which could end up causing sell-offs. Talk of silver miners starting to open direct purchases instead of sending to refineries, which could lead companies to making direct deals with miners as well. And so a lot of craziness going on in silver, to be honest. Yeah, we got into the short position and now we're green. What to do with the rest of this. Yeah, so China is the largest industrial silver consumer globally. Mostly solar, electronics, EV supply chain, so it buys a lot of on-demand silver. Beijing has announced new silver export restrictions effective January 2026, so next month, requiring licenses and minimum production thresholds, which is effectively trapping more metal onshore and tightening supply. Analysts are framing this as a strategic move. Secure silver for Chinese industry, weaponize export control similar to rare earths, and let the rest of the world fight over the shrinking, freely available float. Silver operate on a fractional reserve style, though. There is structurally leveraged paper market sitting on top of a tight and shrinking pool of registered inventory creates a squeeze potential. That could be what's going on. Global silver is not run out, but inventories at exchanges and major vaults have dropped a lot. The market has run multi-year physical deficits. But yeah, China essentially is like clamping down on silver exports, which makes sense. I mean, I can't really knock them for it, especially right now. Again, Bitcoin's starting to rise. Yeah, are we still in a Santa rally, guys? I'm trying to see what the market's done since January 26th. Honestly, it kind of has. Like, look, if you look at the market, here's the SPY. We put up like an hourly chart here on the SPY. Here is 17th. Usually the Santa rally doesn't start until like the 26th though. So usually the Santa rally starts here. And we're kind of down from that. Look at this drop though in markets. Wow. I'm gonna keep shorting this, I think. There we go. I don't know what's causing this drop. Anything's causing this drop. Bernstein on Nvidia's Grok deal. Bernstein analyst Stacy Ragskin reiterated an outperform rating and a 275 price target on Nvidia. They agreed to a $20 billion deal with AI chip startup Grok, which was later described as a non-exclusive licensing agreement for Grok's inference tech. Executives will join Nvidia from Grok while Grok remains independent under the new CEO. Y'all think this is good for Nvidia though, is the question. I don't know. If it's non-exclusive, buyout. I don't know. JP Morgan apparently now holds more than 750 million tons of physical silver, around 60 to 65% of the supply. Might add some more to this position here, to be honest. All right, we're in 3 contracts. Get a dip now. We had a coordinated paper attack last night at 7 p.m. during the thinness trading of the day. Yeah, news is a little bit quieter today, just based off of nothing going on, really. Holiday week. Yeah, so again, Nvidia did a buyout of 20 billion. Silver's going crazy. It is the final market week of December. So we are in this position and we are green here. I'd love to see it go down some more here. But I am worried it's going to trend sideways. But there we go. Okay, that's better. I can take a little bit off of this now, actually. Yeah, we got 2 contracts left. Very good green trade already. If it keeps dropping. There we go. That. All right, we'll take another piece off here. There we go. Look at this. Oh, it worked. All right, so we got a nice short here. We took some profit off. I'll probably take a little bit more off too. All right. Lululemon founder Chip Wilson launches proxy fight to change board. Wilson has nominated 3 director candidates to their company's board. He seeks to make boardroom revisions before Lululemon chooses a new CEO, according to the Wall Street Journal. I almost want to add more to this right here. I think I will. I'll take 4 contracts right here, see if you fall down some more. Yeah, silver, SLV symbol. A little bit quiet this morning though. It's not really making any crazy movements here. I'm looking for other breaking news releases, but honestly, I didn't realize a lot of places are closed all the way through the new year. Fed minutes is going to be on December 30th, so Wednesday. Or no, the Fed minutes is tomorrow, actually. All right, so we are getting a big rebound here. Let me add to this. All right, so we added to this, but only going to give it a second to see if it turns. We got a cushion on the day, so we're basically flat right now. Good. Go. Buy all silver dips. It's not shorted, it's manipulated. Rumor that major bullying bank got caught short and is in trouble. Silver at 74.80s. Up Raymond. All right, we're now flat on this position here. Let's see if we drop some. Time to buy the silver dip. Guys, you guys think I should buy the silver dip? There we go, we're now green. Let's see if we can drop some more. I need a little bit more here. I think. There we go. Gold's down. But yeah, the news is a little light. Again, silver and gold is what people were watching. There we go. We're going to start unloading some of this position now. Start taking some more off here. Let the rest work. We've taken most of the position off now. No one can buy jewelry or electronics at these prices, so are you assuming that it needs to correct or come back down? Hey, thank you, Raymond. You as well. Look at this drop here. Oh. I want to give it time though. Like, I'm in this trade, but I've been kind of adding to it and taking profit off on the way down. I think it looked weak. It looked like it was going to drop. And it did. Let's see if it continues to fall. I'll add a little bit here. We just took another bit off. Still falling. Still falling. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna cut it right here. You'd love to see it. We shorted it from up here all the way down here. Easy short. Yeah. I remember silver and gold are not going up. The US dollar is losing purchasing power. Well, I mean, both are happening, obviously. Both are going on. Yeah, I mean, look. I maybe could have held it a little bit longer. It looks catalyst driven, but I don't really see anything going on right now. Like, it looks catalyst driven. I don't really see any catalyst. And so I think this is just kind of market reactions. A lot of people are talking about the dollar. Here's the dollar index. Dollar index actually moving up a little bit today. Green on the day technically. And again, we had like Nvidia news. Nvidia is still pretty red on the day, although Nvidia's had like a little run the last few days here. If you look at it since, I don't know, a lot of people could say we're in a Santa rally and it's like a buy the dip scenario. I don't know if that's necessarily true. Again, I really don't know in this case. I think prior to today, it looked like we've been rallying since like the 17th. And so I don't know if that's what we're in right now. Gold and silver will probably black swan and copper will climb. Here's the question. Is silver going to pull back today? And I want you guys to, we're getting a lot of differing opinions here. Maybe I should have held my short a little bit longer. I'm going to go ahead and say my catchphrase. I should have held. Honestly, I shorted all the way down here though. And so, oh man, I'm on a 2-minute chart as well. Maybe I should stay on a 2-minute chart. I should have held. That's all I'm saying. I should have held. Yeah, I don't see any bad news coming out right now. I really don't know. See anything in any source that I have. I'm not really seeing anything. Electrician. I hope copper doesn't go up. The only news that I've seen this morning, I've seen Lululemon founder is trying to fight, do a proxy fight. Bernstein, an analyst, commented on the Grok deal for Nvidia, that they agreed to the $20 billion deal with AI chip startup Grok, later described as non-exclusive licensing. Key Grok executives are going to join Nvidia, though Grok remains independent under the new CEO and continues cloud operations. What do you think about tokenization of everything? I think I was wrong. I cut like I don't know how long ago. It must have been like a year ago. I thought it would be a little bit longer until we tokenize everything. I think I was just wrong. I think we'll probably do it a lot sooner. And in hindsight, I don't know why I made that bet anyway. But yeah, I think I was definitely wrong. I think we're going to tokenize things a lot faster. I don't know if we're prepping for a gov shutdown. When would the government shut down? Let me see when they're supposed to vote on this. Look at these drops in the NASDAQ. Again, I don't see any catalysts here. You guys see any catalysts? I don't see anything. This is the NASDAQ that you see on the chart right now. Look at this NQ drop. Okay, January 30th is where it runs to. Or they better figure that out. What? I'm searching for the QQQ symbol, but literally nothing popped up. Yeah, is this a gold trap here? Yeah, I don't see anything causing this drop in markets right now. Again, silver's trending, obviously. Banks taking a lot of money out of stocks to cover their silver margins. Yeah, so I'm looking Target stock got a lift after reports of big investment from Tom's Capital. I'm in Target right now too. Honestly, Target's doing great. This position in Target's doing great. I might need to take some off though. But over $100 a share for Target. Apple CEO Tim Cook purchased 50,000 Nike shares for nearly $3 million. So Nike's seeing a boost as well. My average price is around 57. It's over 60. So we're pretty green in Nike also. We bought it a few days ago as well. We also bought Oracle, which I'm pretty sure we're still very green. And our average price is 180s. Oracle at 190s. So we're doing good there. We're still in Meta. And we're green in Meta. Average price is 603. Meta at 660s right now. Married to ETH again. Hey, what's up, Jay? I haven't been day trading silver this morning. I mostly just traded the NASDAQ. There's silver right here, though. I was watching The Big Short by accident at 3 a.m. How? Do we have any news today? We don't have any economic data. The biggest news is silver and crypto moves. Yeah, silver's down a little bit today. If you look at it, silver started the day at the $80 level. Right around $80 is where it closed the day at. It's now at 74, 75. It's down about $5 a share. But percentage-wise, down a little bit over 5%. We'll see if it bounces back. Yeah, Big Short's a great movie. Silver will be back at 60 before the day's end. Do you really think so? Put bull or bear for silver in chat, guys. Bull or bear for silver. I'm curious. Are you guys bullish or bearish for silver today? Bear, bull, bull, bear, bear, bull, bull. We're pretty split down the middle, honestly. I think if you look at our poll, it kind of shows that we're 49-51. Bear, bull, 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 bear, bull. Over $40 an ounce is insane. Bear, range, bear, bull, 80 by the end of the day. Bull, 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 bear. Here, I'm gonna just do a poll on this here, guys. We're just gonna do a poll here. Are you a silver, bull or bear? I think I gotta just do a poll for this. There you go. The poll is now live. Let me know what you guys think. Are you a silver, bull, or bear? Let me know. Vote on the poll now. Bulls are currently winning there at 60%. Beer? Okay, acceptable. Yeah, I had a scare over the weekend, dude. My daughter, I was letting her use my work laptop, and I told her, do not download anything off the internet. She's like, okay. And then freaking, she's playing Minecraft on that thing. And I go to the computer and I see a very well-known malware. And I'm like, what's that? She's like, I don't know what that is. That's not me. And then I was like, all right, look, I'm going to figure out what you downloaded on this computer. And she's like, all right, I downloaded Minecraft skins off the internet. And I'm sitting there like, man, dude, you downloaded sketchy Minecraft skins off of a virus website? I had to reset the whole computer. Freaking kids, man. Yeah. All right. But yeah, silver. It might be a little quiet today still. All right, guys. Ooh. Nasdaq started to bounce back. Bitcoin and back over 87. When I first looked at the market, it said Bitcoin was at 86,000 roughly, or just under 86K. It's now rebounded all the way back to 87,260. The Nasdaq is back to 725, 750s here. Silver. I just got the new Lamborghini here in my garage, but you know what I'm more proud of is this silver. Is LimeWire still up? Yeah. Dude, honestly, yeah. I was incredibly frustrated when I saw it. It was one of those adwares that, like, it pops up. It's like, hey, you need to resubscribe to McAfee or whatever it is. And I'm sitting there like, McAfee was never on this computer. And then it won't go away. It like blocks your field of vision, so just to make you click on it. And I'm just kind of like, dude, the one thing I told you was work computer, don't download anything. Silver will pull back and hang around $40 for another 10 years. Looking at our poll, okay, 54% say bull, 46% say bear. 54% bull, 46% bearish. Apparently what everybody thinks. The 23,000 tons of silver figure is undermined and underground. Yeah, I don't know what to do with this. Again, the news is still pretty light. We don't really have breaking news. Everything's pretty quiet. A lot of news sources are shut down just based off of what's going on. Apparently, a lot of people don't even trade this week. But I'm here. You're welcome, guys. Okay. Yeah, I mean, silver, sometimes there's an incentive to keep silver prices low. And the reason for that is because they use it so much in technology. Like, they need it for technology, much more than they need gold for technology. Gold's still used in tech, but not nearly as much as silver is. And so usually the big companies, brands, countries have an incentive to keep silver prices low, which makes this last pop more interesting. Must be retail selling. You will be moving the market? Nah. Yeah, silver much more used in technology, for sure. The amount of gold they use now is so little. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Silver is much more highly used. Oh no, I took that computer away. That laptop is no longer accessible. She wants to play Minecraft, she better go on an Xbox like everybody else in this household. You know? Deal with it. Yeah. Yeah, I saw some of this stuff on, with China. I did see some of that stuff. But we're here, guys. We're here. Again, silver's been moving wild, though. It downloaded by itself. Well, when I first called her, I was like, hey. She was at her grandmother's. Now she's back here. But when I first called her, I was like, hey. What did you download on my computer? And, of course, she's like, nothing. I didn't download anything. And then when I finally got her to admit it, she was like, I wasn't intentionally trying to hurt your stuff. I was like, obviously, you know, that would be a different thing. Then you'd be in real trouble. Trying to export 40 million ounces last year, 60 million the year before. Why is China restricting silver exports starting next month? It's all about control there. It's not, I mean, it makes sense why. Yeah, it keeps more metals at their place, you know, for its own industries, and it tightens global supply, supports higher prices, gives them a little bit more leverage over silver, if that makes sense, right? Again, logically, it makes sense. Do I think they should do it? No, but logically, it makes sense. Yeah, well, I think the new laptops and systems use Windows Defender. I don't think they use McAfee anymore. Silver messed me up. I used to be happy making $150 to $200 a day. Now I'm not happy unless I'm making 1,000. Yeah, I mean, the markets there will be a little bit more volatile. Look at Bitcoin pop back up. It's at 87.3s this morning, guys. 87.3s. Total mine silver 813 to 835 million an ounce. Total used in manufacturing 700 million an ounce. 85% of all silver mined this year was immediately consumed by manufacturing. Where's copper at this morning? Let's see. Copper is HG. Look at the copper swings here. Copper is swinging, man. It's at 565s right now for copper. Against silver, sitting at 74.90s here. Bitcoin's pushing up to 87s. Again, NASDAQ is red on the day so far this morning. Again, copper and silver, just to put this in perspective, tend to go, like, they move together. They're high to industrial demand. They're tied to industrial demand. So they're pretty correlated, like 70 to 90% correlated. A large share of silver supply comes as a byproduct from copper mines. So you'll see copper and silver. Both metals feed into solar, EV, grids, electronics, and more. So copper will be interesting to watch with all this stuff as well. Copper up to 590s. I'm sure copper's made some moves. Not quite the big moves that silver has made. If you put a, what is this, 15-minute chart up on silver. Wild move, but honestly, it kind of corrected all the way back down from last week. Again, Bitcoin's still rising though here. Virtually no news. $82 an ounce for Shanghai market silver. Shanghai market silver. CME just raised margin requirements Friday, so we were trying to keep the price down, but people will be moving their silver to China. Yeah. Bitcoin rallied to 120. Opium. Silver shortage would hurt semiconductors. All metals will rise. Is it time to buy the dip here in silver? Based off of the craziness that we've seen yesterday and today. Let me know, is it time to buy the dip? Again, look at our poll. Bulls are in the lead here with 60%, basically to 40%. I don't know, look at copper start to rise here. Silver as well. Silver up to 75 plus. Bitcoin dipping back down a little bit, but silver. Did I buy the dip in silver here? I feel like if I buy the dip, some people are going to be mad at me and some people are going to celebrate. Buy the silver dip. Silver will get a mega dump after the opening bell and rush. Maybe. Maybe. MicroStrategy buys another 1,200 plus Bitcoin worth about 108 plus million. All right. Is there a micro silver I can buy? No. There is. Okay. All right. Wait. This is micro silver, bro? Nobody was gonna tell me how volatile silver is. I mean, I know it's volatile, but hey, listen, we'll take the risk. You know what? The stream. Go. All right, we're out. Bro, I didn't know micro silver. We just made about $150 just now. I didn't know silver. These are micro silver futures too. But man, what swings? See if I can learn to scalp this here. If I bought silver, I'm gonna buy it in actual. What's a silver ETF I could buy? That's what I'd rather buy here. What's a silver ETF? Give me some silver ETFs. Let me hear them. All right, because I don't know if I want to buy silver futures right now. They're a little bit too volatile. I'd rather limit my risk. What's a... Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we made $150 in like, what, like 3 seconds? I'll take it. But what's a silver ETF? I can Google it, but you guys are like an encyclopedia over here. So PSLV. Okay. There. All right, we're gonna buy PSLV. A dip, maybe. All right. All right. Oh, you see the Bob Ross mug? Yeah, I bought this. Apparently you weren't supposed to wash it. I washed it anyway. You know? So it's kind of like deteriorating here. But, you know. Life, I think. Do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button here, guys. Again, MicroStrategy bought 1,200 Bitcoin. Bitcoin over 87, it had this big drop. I don't know why this happened. Just maybe liquidation push or something. But actually should have held silver though. Look at this move. Again, I did a poll, bull or bear. 59% are bullish. God, you should have held. I know, man. Again, it was too... Look, it's too risky, personally. Like, I would rather buy a silver... Like, I would rather buy a silver ETF that I can control versus silver futures, which is wild today. Well, today, I'm not saying I won't day trade them, but, like, I'm looking to hold, you know, a little bit longer term, at least of a day trade in the silver ETFs versus just buying silver futures. And so that's kind of all it is. Again, market's a little quieter this morning, but we don't really have any big news. Again, we had the Nvidia news regarding Grok. We also have China's defense ministers urging relevant countries to abandon illusions of using Taiwan to contain China. That news just dropped recently. MicroStrategy again buying over 1,200 Bitcoins worth 108 million. Yeah, silver with just ridiculous movement. All right, guys. So again, at 8:30, I don't think we have any data here. Okay. Change. Still looking at x.com. I don't really see any catalyst today. Maybe we'll buy this dip here. Silver futures. I mean, we're already up. What? I mean, I don't know. Maybe we'll just sit on this. I don't know. One. Yeah, silver's just making some wild swings here. See if we bounce though. We are pulling right around down to that 200 exponential. I want to see a bounce. That's really what I want. Let's see if we get one. I wonder if silver, silver's going to trend easier today, maybe here. Just continuing in certain directions, but... Here's PSLV. Bitcoin back down to 87.2s. Have to be surgical with your entries and exits. Increase margin requirements, upset the market. Time to buy silver was a month ago. Yeah, I mean, you might be right. I'm not even saying it's time to buy silver. I'm looking at just the silver swings that were going up and down. And if I do buy it, I'm day trading it more than anything else. You know. VIX up 9%. Yeah, well, the market's down today, so the VIX is going to be higher here. Here's the VIX. Anytime the market is downtrending, the VIX is going to be spiking. I mean, I kind of already bought the silver dip here. Look, I bought, what is it? What's the ETF I bought? PS something. I kind of already bought this. Yeah, I bought PSLV. So, our market here is full of it. $70 to $30 is over 50%. Don't get stuck up there. Yeah. We did buy silver in one of our other accounts here. Look at this. We are in silver here. I'm going to take this off. Cut it. Traditionally, do we not see profit taking and tax sheltering at this time? We do, but sometimes we see Santa rallies. The Santa rally is generally between, Santa rally is usually between, I'm going to buy this dip, I think, right here. Santa rally is usually between December 26th and January 2nd, I believe is what it is. It's like the 6th to the 2nd. So we got a couple $100 in cushion here on this. And so a Santa rally is usually right now. But markets are also pretty quiet this week. There's not a lot going on. Markets are a little slow in some areas. In some areas in like precious metals, obviously silver. Silver's been breaking all-time highs. It recently pulled back this morning, but it has been breaking all-time highs. There we go. A cut right there. Yeah, we're up over $200 in this one, up in 170 or so in the other one. So we're up about 400 today. Mostly trading just silver. And that's been going all right. And again, the economic data obviously is light this week. It's another holiday week. Again, we've had a couple breaking news stories this morning, but again, copper's been on a big run with silver. So, you guys red or green this week? Or right now, you guys red or green right now? Currently a $6 to $8 gap between what caused by physical shortages. Traders are paid. Yeah. Sometimes we see tax loss harvesting, which means like companies are selling their losing positions. They're covering losing positions so that they can have a realized loss on their books to reduce their taxable income. We do see that a lot at the end of the year. It doesn't necessarily mean we're going to get a big sell-off in the market heading into the new year, but we could. But yeah, I see somebody talking about a $6 to $8 gap between the West and China caused by a physical shortage in Asia. Traders are paying a premium to get actual metal, physical silver. The Western paper market is lagging. It does reflect tighter conditions in Asia, but the reports from bullion desks and refiners say Asian buyers, especially in China and India, are paying big premiums over Western benchmark prices to secure specifically physical silver. And so Western prices on the COMEX are more paper driven and slower to fully reflect that tightness. Yeah, so again, there is a growing price gap between East and West in silver. Asian buyers are paying premium for physical silver. Western paper prices are lagging a little bit. Yeah, I mean, silver, it's down on the day for sure. I mean, here's silver, right? Silver started the day off right here. It is now all the way back down, $75 an ounce. So silver is down about $5 an ounce morning, over 5%. A retail buyer, I'd be very leery of physical. Yeah, maybe I'll add a little bit more to my PSLV position here. Sorry, that's me adding one toss. See what happens there. Industrials are paying $90 already for what they need just in production. $100 is inevitable. Yeah, and again, a lot of the time, big tech companies, industrials, they have an incentive to keep physical prices of silver low. But the market has been wild. Bitcoin seemed more volatile. I mean, silver's pretty volatile. It got up to $80 an ounce. But again, since essentially yesterday, silver's dropped from really was like 82.60s down to 74s. A big percentage drop. Gold to 10,000 and silver to 200. I think gold wants to break $5,000 an ounce. Here's gold right here. Gold is at 44.70s. I think gold wants to break 5K an ounce. We'll see what the opening bell brings. We are going to trade into the opening bell today. Gold and silver last night made 20 bands. Hey, good job. Whatever gold is, silver should be a minimum of 50 to 1. That is to shake out weak hands. The $60 silver chain went to like 140. That's good. It's still kind of small moves, small time. Again, tomorrow we have the FOMC minutes report. We did do a 25 basis point rate cut the last minutes report. But tomorrow we do have we have the FOMC minutes report. We have jobless claims on Wednesday, well, on New Year's Eve. Friday we have U.S. S&P manufacturing data. $5,000 gold, silver to 100. Evenings are low volatility. Yeah, it's been crazy. Yeah, thank you, Ilios. Appreciate it, brother. You as well, man. Thank you. Yeah, y'all hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. The news is a little slow this morning, but we're going to find some stuff to cover here. Oregon has a lot of closed silver mines. Well, I'm sure the margins just went up with the big price spikes in silver. You know? Yeah, Nvidia, I mean, we're watching Nvidia as well. I'm watching gold, though. Look at gold pull back. We're at 44.70s. Gold. The gold's dipping down again. Silver prices. Here's the NASDAQ. NASDAQ at 620. You can see Nvidia as well. Nvidia at 188. So those things are red on the day, pulling back a little bit, but a lot of stuff has been moving up since like the 17th of December. A lot of markets have just been pushing up here. So yields are low this morning as well. So if you look at bond yields, they're at like 4.1%. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, they've slowed down. They were almost at 4.2%. You know, mid-December, they were at like 4.194%. Bond yields are down to 4.11%. If we take a look at rate cut odds, apparently, unless we get some changes here, it's still looking pretty probable that we are not going to cut rates in January unless we get some changes. We're currently 80-20 for a rate cut in January, meaning it's only a 20% likelihood that we're getting. I mean, we're 80-20 for a pause in January, meaning it's only a 20% likelihood that we're going to cut rates in January. So it's looking less likely that we're going to see rate cuts in January. Again, silver price is starting to dip down here. Here's silver. Silver futures at under 75 again. They did dip a lot. Do we see silver runs or falls? Runs or dips at the opening bell for silver, guys? Let me know. Issue: we export unrefined silver to China. Canada, USA are loaded. If I live somewhere you can pay in gold, you'd always find me there. Yeah, I mean, I'm in Texas. I don't think we got... I don't know. Yeah, Texas is not the best for gold. Yeah, there's not enough glacial activity in Texas. Like Cali, Colorado, might see some more gold deposits there, but Texas is not the best place for it. And it's too cold right now to go to the other places. There's big gold in Texas. Maybe. A dip would not surprise me. People exiting before margin increases. Too cold to go to any place that's got like a good chance of gold. I mean, the price is justified though. Somebody said they watched some Australians that mine gold and they get like 2 ounces, which right now is like 10,000 or 9,000. All right, guys. What do we do here for gold futures? I'm green on the day. I don't really want to press it though. You know, I don't know if I really want to press it. We are green on the day though. Parity between east and west would be restored. Oil's the gold. Where's oil at this morning? So if we take a look at oil is sitting at 58s right now, 58s. So oil back up. It was at 55s or so. Yeah, oil was at 55s a couple weeks ago. It's back up to 58s, which is Yeah, Bitcoin apparently is less than 120 blocks until the next halving, which should be in about 833 days. Should be in April of 2028. All right, Bitcoin, silver, gold, dipping down into the opening bell this morning. Got about an hour into the open. Yeah, it's still a quiet holiday week. Should get some better price action though coming out. Yeah, we don't have any economic data dropping today either. Let me check Bloomberg. I think we have pending home sales drop at 10 o'clock today. Markets are down though. But yeah, I think we got pending home sales today. Maybe not. 10. Oh, we do have pending home sales. 1% is what they're expecting. It's not really going to move anything. Again, data's been light for the last few months. Yeah, silver is what we've been trading though. I'll probably trade silver more. But I'm gonna wait. We got a cushion on each account we have, so I guess I'll trade it more for the stream. Yeah, it's been really warm in Texas. It's supposed to, yeah, so now we got another cold. It's about 43 degrees where I live. But it's been warm. It's been 70, 80s. Like for Christmas, it was like 80 degrees here. It was hot. It was warm. But now we got our cold front, so now it's like 42. Netflix might fly today. I think I'm in Netflix as well. Yeah, I mean, I haven't been following the Warner Bros. Thing the last few days, but Warner Bros. Sitting at 28.70s, just under 29s. Netflix still sitting at 94s. Paramount still sitting at 13s. Yeah, the cold front hit a lot. It was 60 yesterday in Chicago. Now it's snowing. It's 20. Almost 70 yesterday in Indianapolis. Now 16. Yeah, that's kind of what it was. It was 70 yesterday. It's now 42 degrees this morning. You buy this dip in silver. Guess you try to. There's $74. We bounce here at 74. I'm gonna try to buy right here. Small bounce. If we bounce at 70. I have a cushion on the day, and so there we go. There we go. I'm out. Okay, I scalped it for another. I'm up over 300 on this account now. I'm scalping silver this morning. $74, big psychological level. I think it just makes sense. And so we bought it right here. Just psychological level makes sense. I think even if we continue down, sometimes we'll get a short-term bounce that I could scalp in and out really quick there on silver. And that's what we did. We are now up almost exactly $500 on the day. Maybe I should trade silver more here. What's up, Disciplined? Hey, what's up, man? People say wide. Yeah, $500 is good. How's your adrenaline trading silver? It's definitely not low. It's definitely not low. I accept it though. I accept the risk. Hey, what's up, Vassal? Yeah, I accept the risk. It's all good. We had a 50-mile gust all night by tree in my neighbor's garage. 30% of the world's silver being mined. I'm looking at silver futures is what I just traded. It's slash SIL. I also bought the dip in one of these silver ETFs. PS. No, that's Skydance, or that's Paramount. PSLV is what I bought here. It just seemed like a cheap silver alternative. I want to try to hold it longer term, see if today specifically, to see if it rallied into the day. But silver futures move way too much. Like 1 or 2 ticks, I'm down like $30-$40 in silver futures, and so it's just too much. It's too big of swings for me to really handle that risk, especially with a funded account. It's just too. And so. We did bounce at 74s, though, exactly at 74s. Gold's still sitting under 4,500s, though. Again, gold was over 4,500s. The new all-time high in gold futures specifically is going to be 4,584. So gold and silver dipping down today. It's been a slower day for news and markets here. And gold prices. We had Lululemon founder Chip Wilson launches a proxy fight to change the board. Again, silver is now pulling back after a big rally over 80. Nvidia took a $5 billion stake in Intel under their September agreement, apparently. And Target had some good news earlier on the day. Target is up to around $100 a share, which is good. I'll probably take some off on Target. We're so green on it, I think maybe it's time. You know what? We're going to take a little bit off here. As we can. Kind of need to. Check the trade. I am red on the day, though, mostly in my Oracle position. But it's still very green as well. So. Apparently, pet food contaminated with salmonella was sold in 7 U.S. states. In 7 states. Yields again down to 4.1%. They're doing a little bit better here. Freezing rain in Montreal. Chip Wilson. Yeah, what a great name. Yeah, we'll see what we get today. Again, it's a little bit quiet. We are going to trade through the opening bell, though. So we are going to trade through the open. I know we haven't done it in a few days. It's been boring and slow. There's nothing to, like... The big move is silver, right? And so that's what we're talking about, but... It's been holiday trading. No economic data, really, to cover. and kind of boring in that front. Here's us retesting $74 on silver. I'll put the NASDAQ up just because that's what we normally follow here. Again, the NASDAQ down to 25,730s. It's kind of testing the lows of the day here. We did get into some NASDAQ shorts early on the day. Silver just broke under $74. We did have silver just break under $41 or $74. NASDAQ just cracked the not quite the lows of the day. The low of the day in the NASDAQ is 25,732. We're at 733 now. So the NASDAQ is actually getting very close to the low of the day here as well. Bitcoin is still red on the day. It did rebound back up to 87s, but now it's kind of testing 87 now. But it dipped as low as 86,700s early in the day for Bitcoin. So it is trying to get back up there. We'll see what happens. Again, I think if we're looking at silver, there's a couple levels we could probably pay attention to right now. One of them is 74. The other one obviously is the low of the day here at 73.50. It's just under 73.50, but we're going to call it 73.50 just because it's a big psychological level. You can also see at 73.50, we did test this area. When was this? This was on the 26th of December, the day after the holiday. So 73.50 relevant, I think, right now, short term. If we get underneath that, you know, we have 73 and 72, but I think you got to watch $70 as a big psychological level. You start to get really weak right down here, which I'm not saying is going to happen, but I think it's just relevant to watch those spots. If you want to look for a shorter term bounce level, you could look at like the whole dollars of 73 here. I think those levels make sense. And as I say that, we just cracked under these lows. Look at 73. We just pivoted all the way down to 73 here. Look at this, just dumped underneath it. Wow. And then it just got bought right back up. But look at that move on silver here. Wow. Kind of a crazy move here. Look at this. Silver dumped under lows of the day. Went down to 73, bounced a little bit, and then just ripped back underneath it here. Silver flushing down some more. NASDAQ didn't quite break lows. NASDAQ is actually bouncing a little bit. Gold following it down. The low of the day on gold's 44.54s. Here for gold. NASDAQ again at 25.70s. Not as weak, but silver just cracked that low of the day here. Just broke down under lows. Now we're retesting 73. Let's see if that level holds now. Just broke underneath it here. These are kind of crazy silver moves. Yeah, I made money day trading going long in silver. The time for me to pivot short here. Whatever's going on right now is freaking markets out. I think it's just the crazy swings in silver. Again, silver just plunged 7% intraday so far. 7% down to 72s. Again, watch 70s here. If we continue this big turnaround, look at gold. Gold's crashing down 44.47. 72.50 right here. And then we have 72 underneath us here. But man, look at this drop. Just over the last 4 minutes, 5 minutes, silver's dumping down. Been a little wild here. 10-year accumulation if you just got in, not a bad play unless you're 100. Yeah, well, I mean, long term is going to be fine. Dollar cost averaging will cure a lot of this as well. Like DCAing is what generally helps people because if you average in over time, you're usually going to be fine. Again, I'm not an investment professional. I'm not liable if you lose money. Always make your own assessment. Trade smart. I can't guarantee anything. Do not copy me. Top 3 least financial professionals in the world right now. Don't do it. But again, look at this drop. We are down to 72.50 here. 72.50. We did drop right there at 72.50. You can watch 73 above us here as well. See if we get over this or we reject back down to the low. I think it's getting higher here on silver. Because you sold? I mean, it's not my fault. I don't know whose fault it is. It's definitely not my fault. That's all I'm saying. You know? You were top 3 in the world. You're that guy. Definitely not that guy, but I'm definitely that guy. All right, guys. Let's see where silver goes here today, man. 73.50s. Kind of crazy. Alright, so we are rejecting right around the 73 level and continuing some of this drop at the very least back down. Have you done the math? Yeah, I mean, look, the silver market is running structural annual deficits, which means that demand exceeding mine plus recycling cycle on the order of roughly 100 million to 250 million ounces per year. That gap has been plunged by drawing down in inventories and above ground stockpiles, which cannot continue forever at this specific pace. Solar is estimated to consume hundreds of millions of ounces per year going forward on top of EVs, electronics, and traditional uses. So industrial demand is compounding. Mine supply is not fast enough, essentially. Many deposits are lower grade. And so that's the fear in silver right now. If we're talking about paper claims versus deliverables, hundreds of ounces of paper claims for every deliverable ounce sitting in registered inventories. So basically, if too many people demand silver delivery at once, the system couldn't satisfy everybody, right? That's why a lot of people are saying there isn't enough. Expect wild swings now. Yeah, we're coming back down to that low of the day level at 72.50 here. We did reject at 73s. Gold just tapped lows of the day as well at 44.41.20 for gold. NASDAQ is testing these lows as well, but here goes silver push for lows of the day again, 72.60. Because gold and silver essentially move with each other a lot of the time. It's not perfect correlation, but it's something. $72.60s. Look at gold. Gold tapped lows again, right around 44.40. NASDAQ testing lows. Here's the low of the day in the NASDAQ here. If we extend it to the left, silver's right at the low of the day. All right, so we just tapped lows in silver again. Broke down to 72.50s or 72.30s. We're now rebounding all the way to 72.60s. Yeah, just be careful if you're day trading. Look at the NASDAQ. Cracked lows of the day and it's now dropping down. It's at 24.7s. Everyone thought they were safe in silver and gold. Well, to a point, right? But when silver pushes up at the levels it has been over the last little bit, I mean, obviously, nothing's safe in markets. Tech is also breaking down as well. Look at the NASDAQ drop. I see a big drop in Meta. I see a big drop in Google. Let me check news real quick. I don't see anything dragging stocks down. Look at the NASDAQ though, guys. NASDAQ down to 25.6. SoftBank is going to buy the AI data center investment firm of Digital Bridge for $4 billion, but that news came out a while ago, 10 minutes ago, so I don't know if that's necessarily what this is. Let me check NVIDIA real quick here. Not NVIDIA dropping. Could be. Yeah, look at the NASDAQ fall right now. Interesting. Yeah, NASDAQ's dumping down here. NASDAQ down to 2560s. Bitcoin down to 87,120s. And gold at 4430s. We are sideways in silver now. This isn't a Santa rally. Honestly, we kind of got a little bit of a Santa rally leading into the holiday and beyond, right? The markets did go up. If we take a look at the NASDAQ here, I mean, look, since the 16th or 17th, we have rallied. Now, whether this rally is going to continue is a different argument. It is the last holiday trading week. Remember, so it is the last week here of December. It's the last 3 days of December, really, where markets are open. So it is a shortened holiday week. So silver back down to lows of the day here. Silver still falling. Silver just cracked lows of the day down to 72.40s. NASDAQ is not looking good. Gold is not looking good either here, guys. Wow. Look at the NASDAQ here, though. What's driving force behind the NASDAQ? Bitcoin back up a little bit. Yeah, silver's down, but I'm trying to figure out what the driving force is here behind the NASDAQ. Dips. Usually there's a stock to blame for the big drops in the NASDAQ, but I don't see anything in large caps. Maybe NVIDIA is down some. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, all right, maybe it's NVIDIA, but could be Google as well. Bitcoin back up. Here's Google. All about the same. It's overall weakness. Sell silver, buy bonds. I'm not saying that. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not an investment professional here, guys. Yeah, not an investment professional, of course. We got about 30 minutes until the market opens. Year-end tax loss harvesting. Rare earth stocks are down. Yeah, I'm looking at like Google, AMD, tech, basically, TSM. Right now I'm looking at gold though. Look at gold drop here. You can gold at 44.30s. But again, we're up about $500. Definitely not telling you what to do. Yeah, we're up about $500 day trading today, which is good. Possibly shorting. It was an okay year. Had to work for it though. Alright, so that 73 level is rejecting here again, at least initially. There's 73s. Again, if we're looking at levels in the NASDAQ here, let's take a longer term look. Looking at maybe 25,800s above us. 5/8 right here. Underneath us, I think we got 25/6s right here. Relevant. Short term, those are the levels I'm looking at. Got 25/30s, which is like a multi-confirmation level here. $25,800 here maybe. Look at that 73 level on silver rejecting us back down, but we are still sideways technically. All right, we are dipping. Look, 72.50s. See if we get underneath this level now. Gold testing lows again. Look, here's gold. Yeah, my daughter got Uggs too. Did anybody see Stranger Things? I did not like this season. All right, silver, 72.50s right now, 72.50s. Again, gold at 44.20s. NASDAQ at 25,690s. I mean, I think you could probably... look, I'm not an investment professional. I'm not telling you what to do here. I'm not liable if you lose money. Do not copy me. I am not an investment professional. I think maybe you could argue a day trade in silver right now on the buy side. Maybe you could argue a day trade on the buy side. I don't know if you can necessarily... like, I think short term, meaning like half a year to a year, I think there's risks, obviously, for a correction on the downside. But at the same time, I think there's also stories that maybe give some more bullish optimism here. Looking at our poll that we had this morning, we asked, are you a silver bull or bear? 59% are bullish, 41% are bearish. So I think it depends on the time frame if we're talking about buying silver here. I think physical silver, you could definitely argue maybe, you know, justifiable to buy right now based off of just market and economic dynamics here, but it's definitely not risk-free. And again, we don't even know what an investment professional is. Definitely, we're not one. Do not copy me. I got a few ounces at 55. Yeah, I'm not going to spoil anything, Pawn. It was good, though. I like Stranger Things. I'm kind of ready for it to be over, though. The kids look 40. You know, especially Elle. You know what I mean? So, and to be honest, I thought she was 40. Like, I was talking to my daughter about it. I was like, how old is she now? She's got to be like 30 now, right? I Googled it. She's 21. Who knew? I thought she was 30. I'm sure the silver bug's hoping for $100, just saying this is market manipulation. I think we're close to 100. Maybe we'll get a pull there. NASDAQ is starting to head back up. Again, silver's bouncing back a little bit at these low levels at 72.50. Gold is rebounding back up a little bit as well. So maybe we're seeing like a recovery here. All right, guys. It is now 9 o'clock. We got 30 minutes into the opening bell. We're up to 73.50 here. We get silver rebound back up, getting bought up quick here. Now, let's see. Let's look at this on a longer term chart. I want to look at it like a 5-minute chart. Okay, gold's pushing back up. NASDAQ's rebounding a little bit here. All right, guys. Bitcoin back up to 87s. Kind of tempted to buy here, but I also think we could see some corrections. All right, again, we're going to day trade the opening bell live. Let's see what we get. Again, we're going to be day trading live today. We'll see if we get anything good. We're going to stick around to the opening bell. All right, so here's another dip back down in silver here. 73.50's rejected it. We're back down to 73, and now we're underneath that. Look at this swing. Look at this drop. Could be the opening bell or the what we call the 9 a.m. scrum, just some orders getting filled from overnight from brokerages and stuff opening up. That's a big red candle, though. It's not small. Gold's candle is pretty large as well here. All right, guys. I'm looking for some news releases, but we don't really have anything. Apparently, Grant Cardone sold all his real estate. He bought gold with it, apparently, or silver and gold. Look at this drop. So we're back down to intraday lows here. I almost want to short this now. How much would the chat hate me if I shorted silver right now? VIX is 10% plus. If you went long silver at 83.50, how would you trade it now? What, silver futures or silver physical silver? If it's physical silver, I'm probably just keeping it. If it's paper silver, I'll probably just, I don't know. It depends on, if we're talking silver futures, which expire quarterly, I'd probably sell. Just because I might believe in physical silver or long-term silver prices, but short-term, these swings are wild. And I think there's obviously risk. And I think you got to be objective about that risk. You don't ever want to be in the situation where just people's, like if people have the opposite opinion of you, that it makes you emotional, right? Because that means you're really emotional about your positions, and that's not a good thing in markets here. As I say that, look, silver's starting to break down. Silver testing lows of the day at 72.40s. Right now, 72.40s. We'll never forgive you if you do. That hurts, man. That hurts. Silver just cracked lows, got all the way down to $72 an ounce. Crack lows of the day here. Gold did as well. Gold at 44.19s. NASDAQ started to turn, Bitcoin started to turn, but gold and silver really moving here. Yeah, I saw the Nvidia $5 billion worth of stake they bought from Intel. I saw that. All right, so silver crack lows, went down to 72s. It's now starting to rebound back up. Maybe a dumb question from my side, but are we in a bear market? In what? In equities? No. I mean, look, okay. You might hear people say different things, all right? If I put up a weekly chart in like the NASDAQ or the SPY, this is the NASDAQ or the SPY this year, right here. If we put up the SPY, it's probably a little bit clearer. Like, look. We are currently here. We broke all-time highs this week. So, of course, we're not in a bear market on the SPY. We broke all-time highs. NASDAQ, a little bit different. Silver cracked lows again. Went right back down to $72 an ounce here for silver. So, silver is still breaking down as we speak here. Look at silver fall. All right, so look at that bounce right at 72. We did just bounce right there at 72. Try not even looking at the news. Yeah, I mean, again, we got the Fed minutes tomorrow, but we'll see what we get today. Yeah, we are going to be day trading live. A lot of even news sources are closed until the holiday is over, New Year specifically. Again, we got jobless claims Wednesday, Fed minutes tomorrow. Silver just broke lows again, under $72. Gold did as well. Gold down to 44.12. Silver down to 71.90s here. Look at silver fall. Again, if we keep dropping big, watch 70. I think 70 psychological level right here. Again, we're up about $500 today trading silver. So we have day traded silver. We're up about $500 trading silver futures specifically today. Again, about $500 up day trading silver futures. So we have a cushion. We're probably going to keep trading and stick to the opening bell though. We're in a bearish bull market. We're in a quiet holiday trading period, right? It's the last 3 days of the year. A lot of news sources are on vacation. A lot of traders are on vacation. A lot of people are not trading. A lot of people are traveling for the holidays. And so, yeah, that's what we got going on right now. It's just slow. It's not really slow in markets, but it's definitely less catalysts right now. Yeah, there's just less catalysts right now. Everything lines up with the halving. Where the heck is Santa? He's been here for a week. Look at the SPY, even the SPY's weak right now. Nobody's gonna tell me I spelled day trading wrong. There we go. All right, guys. I'm looking at, again, $70 for silver right here. We are cracking under this lows over and over again. Gold is not following exactly the same trend, but hey, what's up, Santi? What's up, Tiny? I don't know why I said Santi. Everything is down. Yeah, the sand is definitely not here right now. What's up, Sergio? What's up, Crypto? Now I'm looking at 70, 71.90. It's too close to 72 whole dollar level. I don't know if it's gonna react here. We're really bouncing right around 71.50. If you see how that works, a lot of the time those are what rejects it. Is half whole dollar numbers. Last time silver spiked, the margin requirements got raised and caused a crash. They raised it once or twice already during this rally. Yeah, and that's probably a dynamic you want to watch and pay attention. Buy the dip. Again, vote of the poll if you think we should buy the dip here. We got 600 votes. 59% are bullish on silver. 41% are bearish right here. So yeah, during past silver spikes, specifically 2011 and prior, exchanges like the CME hiked margin requirements multiple times in quick succession. It forced leverage longs to liquidate and triggered crashes off the highs. So yeah, the CME has already raised silver futures margin requirements in this recent run, upping the cash traders must post per contract as it went towards $80. So do y'all think that's why silver's pulling back now? Further hikes could cause volatility, so obviously that's a big story you might want to watch. Yeah. All right, guys, we got 15 minutes into the opening bell. We'll see what we get. We'll see what we get. Again, Bitcoin fell $4,000 in 6 hours. $100 million worth of leveraged longs are liquidated minutes after reclaiming 90K. So look at Bitcoin, and it did do this. Look. Again, Bitcoin, early this morning, 3 a.m., it reclaimed 90,000 and then just dumped here. Right around 3 a.m., 4 a.m. this morning, just took big drops. All right, so Tesla is supposed to be reporting Q4 delivery numbers next week, I think is when this comes out. Stifel said regarding FSD, they noted that Tesla released supervised FSD version 14.2.2 on December 22nd, which introduced UI safety and usability enhancements. The update focuses on improving real-world driving behavior, system reliability, and customization while adding features such as improved trip completion, dash cam playbacks, and camera visibility. Early driver feedback highlights smoother steering, more confident changes, better obstacle awareness, and improved performance. We'll see if they post this. Which ticker should I use to look at silver? It depends on what you're looking at, though, man. Like you could look at if you're looking at silver futures slash S. I think what is regular SI slash SI is regular mini futures. SIL is micro futures. You could also look at SLV symbol. SLV, which is a silver ETF, iShares Silver Trust ETF. It's not going to reflect the current price, but it is going to mimic the price action of silver. Yeah, you can look at AG, another similar. It's First Majestic Silver. But if you want to look at the actual silver price, you want to do slash SI or slash SIL for silver futures. That's what will actually track. It's not spot price. Like, just to put this in perspective, spot silver. The price of spot silver is currently 73.25, right? So it's a little bit higher than silver futures. Currently down 8.45% today, though. 8.45%. Gold is down 2.95%. Platinum is down over 10% this morning. Palladium down over 13% this morning. So precious metals are dropping after some crazy swings on the upside here. SPY is starting to bounce back, though. And again, the SPY is roughly around all-time highs. SPY broke all-time highs when? SPY broke all-time highs on the 26th. Which is the S&P. And I think if you look at the S&P 500 SPX, very, very close to 7,000. And so I am bullish. I think what I'm curious about is, does the S&P 500 break 7,000 ahead of the new year? Right? Like, does the S&P break 7,000 ahead of the new year? I think that's a dynamic you probably want to watch, especially if we start pushing up today. It's a dynamic you probably want to watch, especially if we start pushing up today. And yeah, we'll see. Yeah, looking at our poll, 60-40 still bull bear on silver. CME raising margin requirements for the second time, also now limiting positioning to 1,000 for the first time this rally. I only do buy gold and no other metals. Today would be a great day to buy physical silver and gold. CME will take the margins to 100% eventually and make it pure physical. Things are dropping so hard, I'm going to be priced out of short contracts. All right, so look at this reject 72.5s here, 72.50s. Yeah, so we are rejecting 72.50s here. What's the previous kind of leg up or leg down lows? Going a little bit too slow. There you go. NASDAQ is wild. Yeah, NASDAQ and silver is wild. Here's the SPY though. I almost want to buy this though ahead of the opening bell. Like, I'm just tempted to, because again, like the S&P and the S&P is very close to 7,000, like a big whole dollar number like that. And so I'm thinking maybe we get some pull-ups today, but it's also the end of the year, so tax loss harvesting and more could happen today. I'm just curious to see if the S&P 500 breaks 7,000 ahead of the year ending. So basically would break 7,000 by the end of the year. Huge bear market coming? Maybe. Bullish or bearish for the opening bell, guys? Bull or bear? We do a poll here. So we did bull or bear for silver. Are you bullish or bearish for markets? At the opening bell. Or the opening bell. Yeah, so again, are you bullish or bearish? Poll is about to be live. Poll is now live. So currently the Bears are winning. We're at 68-32 right now on the poll. Timer for what? We got 12 minutes into the opening bell. Silver's treading towards the lows of the day again here. It's broke down under $72 an ounce, 71.50, right around 71.50 is the low of the day. Bitcoin is trending higher here though. Yeah, we got about 10 minutes left until the open. We'll see what we get. Shortened holiday week. It's a little boring, but silver, gold, and the NASDAQ are moving. So we got some movement this morning. We're at 72.15. Am I bullish or bearish? I want to say I'm bullish, but I also think we could go easily the other direction. And so I'm not really rigid in one side. I think with the drops in pre-market and the dynamic of the year ending, I think we could bull into the open. I also think if the shorts regain control and we see like an exacerbated pre-market, like if we see movement from pre-market continuing into the opening bell, obviously you can see some negative swings as well. And so I don't think it's easy to pick. I'm curious to see what the sentiment is so I can try to gauge what people are looking at. But I also think it's very difficult to predict. But I think it's hard to, there's a lot of variance in terms of what we do. And so it's not necessarily one of the easy decisions here for the morning. Is what I think. I think markets are a little slower. Less news coming out. Again, spot palladium down 15% at 1608.25 an ounce. So we're seeing some precious metal volatility, but outside of that, it's been a little slow. Again, Bitcoin dropped a lot today. Bear morning, bull afternoon. Yeah, maybe. You can vote on the poll. Currently, we got 55% of bearish traders for the opening bell, 45% bulls out of about 100 votes already. So, again, let me know what you guys think. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I don't think liquidity is low. I mean, if you're talking about physical silver and gold liquidity, you might be able to argue that, but I don't know. I also think that, like, Pawn was talking to me about it. A lot of people, you know, Pawn's name comes from him working at pawn shops, right? Apparently, a lot of people are trying to sell silver right now, and so it's almost too much of a polarization on that end. Banks are at risk of bankruptcy due to some short selling positions as well. JP Morgan was short silver earlier in the year, closed the entire short position, went long. China's buying up all the physical silver they can. Margin calls might be coming for short silver, which could cause sell-offs in other sectors. But yeah, silver's been flying. Yeah, Pawn said silver places started not buying silver, trying to catch up with the huge influx of selling silver. Some shops are starting to give $8 back from spot prices as wholesalers have also quit buying silver. Everyone is bringing in not only coins but silver plates, silverware, all being melted down into bars to deliver when future contracts expire. And it makes sense people rushing in to sell silver at these high prices, but again, even that might show that, like, I'm worried about prices holding. I mean, obviously when anything moves up such a huge amount in anything, right, you always have to look at the other side, and you don't want to be so emotionally tied to one direction that you get mad at people looking at the other side. I think you got to look at the other side in this dynamic. I think that makes the most sense, is to look at the other side and say, hey, are there risks to the downside? And I think there are. It doesn't necessarily mean we're gonna go down, but obviously corrections can happen when things move up too quickly. So, oh, excuse me. There's still a down gap in the NASDAQ since before Christmas. Yeah, but NASDAQ is still green. Like, look, You're talking about this right here. And so the Nasdaq has been trading. Nasdaq hasn't broken all-time highs since October, but it has moved up a little bit with the S&P, although it is down today since around the 18th or 17th of December. All right, guys, we'll see what happens. We got 5 minutes until the opening bell. 5 minutes. Played both directions. Yeah, again, we're up about $500 day trading silver. We're going to try to do the same thing at the opening bell. We also might trade the Nasdaq here. But again, if you look at the trades, kind of see some of these trades that we got in this morning: 120, 80, 185, 160, 50. And this is just one account. We have two accounts. We're up about a net $500. So we've been doing good trading silver here, but it's definitely not risk-free. And so we're gonna have to just be careful. Smaller shops are struggling to keep money with as many people that are bringing in silver. Still dropping. We're at 71.70s here. Silver coming back down around the lows here. And again, we have about 4 minutes until the opening bell, chat. 4 minutes. I'm not selling my silver ever. Well, I mean, if you don't ever sell it, obviously it's going to go up in value. Here's the Nasdaq right here, guys. Here's gold. Silver gonna go to $90 to $100 soon. Just a pullback. Hey, good luck. Again, news is pretty light today, but during these moments, silver, gold have been making some movements. All right, there's a little bounce here. Again, we got about 3 minutes left until the opening bell. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We appreciate it. Silver was one of the things I never traded, never did good at it. I've traded gold a lot. I made money trading silver. I was mostly long this morning, so I was buying dips in silver and then getting out before the pullbacks. So I've done okay buying silver today, but I got in and out. I didn't hold on to it. I'm not really a, like, if I'm trading silver and the movement is $5 per penny, you guys know me, I'm not holding that very long. That's just too much risk. Let's see what the opening bell brings us here, though, for the open. Again, we got 2 minutes. Pullback for gold and silver is healthy for the sector. I don't necessarily disagree with that. I think they're up a lot. I think gold and silver has made some crazy freaking moves. And generally, if you don't want crashes, you need corrections. Like, this is a very common theme of markets. If you don't want to crash, you need a little bit of a correction. Because going straight up usually doesn't end well. Although I would argue that precious metals are a little different than that. All right, here we go. With that said, though, silver's testing lows now. Back down to 71.80s or so, 71.80s. Nasdaq is starting to bounce ahead of the opening bell, though. But here we go. We got a minute and a half left, guys. A minute and a half left. It depends on if you want to look at silver futures / SI for mini contracts. Just be careful trading that because that thing moves crazy amounts. Micro silver / SIL. You can also look at silver ETFs and stuff like that, but All right, guys, here we go. All right, here we go. See if we can find it. All right, guys, 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Yeah, this is silver right here. Here's the NASDAQ in the middle. Silver's taking main focus today just based off all the craziness going on right now. And we made $500 day trading silver. I'm not going to betray it and not make it my main chart. Here's the opening bell. Hit the live button next to the play button. Put it at 2x speed. Let's see what silver does at the opening bell. Here's the open. NASDAQ has turned red. Gold has broken lows. Silver's cracked lows as well at the opening bell. Look at these drops. Silver down to 71.40s right now. 71.40s for silver at the opening bell today, guys. The open, so I'm not going to take any trades until 5 minutes past at least. That's the safe way, smart way to do it, I think. We do have some stocks rebounding back up, though. Typically, Google just retraced. Look at that retracement on silver here. What a retracement. All right, guys, let's give it a second here. I do see equities bouncing back. I see Meta bouncing back. I see Google bouncing back. Nvidia's kind of red, though. Nvidia's down to 186s right now. Meta's pulling back now as well, so it's still too close to the bell to really take any big positions here, guys. So just hang tight. Yeah, I think he's talking about exchanges hiked margin requirements on this recent run to 80s for silver. And that's probably what he's talking about. Again, check out Top Step if you want to help support the channel. No PDT row on futures. You can day trade the S&P, NASDAQ, Dow, Russell, gold, silver. On Top Step, no PDT roll. They give you a 50K demo. If you pass their test, you get funded. If you fail, you lose 50 bucks. It's the best of both worlds. You can day trade silver right now on there. I'll put the link up. They are a sponsor of mine. I am biased because I get paid by them. Not an investment professional. I'm not liable if you lose. I'll pin it to the top of the chat if you appreciate it and want to check it out. Again, I'm biased. Check them out, though. Useful. We are getting a bounce right here in silver. Look at NASDAQ bouncing as well. Look at Bitcoin bouncing up. It's almost to 88,000. Gold is not really bouncing, though. So we're not really seeing a bouncing gold yet. Let's see if this continues. All right, rejecting at 72s. Get Bitcoin up to 87.7s. Yeah, JP Morgan originally was shorting silver. And they kind of pivoted out of their shorts and went long, and now silver's pulling back. So again, my thesis was a bull open, but I think it's too early to celebrate that thesis yet. All right, look at silver, guys. But again, my thesis was a bull open. Swings can happen so fast, though. Let's see what we get here. Here, I'll put this screen up so you can actually see how much I'm up or down in silver. Hold on, let me... Silver. I kind of want a long, but we're too close to lows. I think if we turn, we can turn quickly. Again, we're 3 minutes into the day, 4 minutes into the day. And I kind of want to long this, but I think it's risky. I don't want to get stuck in like a turn to the worst, but I think that, like extension wise, it makes sense. Not an investment professional. Do not copy me, guys. All right, we're gonna try to long this. Here we go. Green. There we go. Nice. All right, I'm gonna get out there. We just scalped about $65. I mean, we're up over $500 today. It's definitely not risk-free though. You know. All right, we did switch accounts here. We are in this account. We're up 210. Take half of that off right there. Take the rest off right there. Okay, so yeah, now on the day, one account we're up 450, the other account we're up 225 day trading silver. So far so good. It's still too early though. I'll chill out now. Should have bought what I thought I should, but it's all right. We bought a little bit late, but again, we're up $700 on the day trading silver, so that's good. $700 is I'll take $700 day, you know. Just be careful today, guys. Be careful. Look at NASDAQ, silver, Bitcoin, and gold rebound really big into the bell here. Look at these moves. All right, yeah, we're gonna try on this combine right here. I'm gonna buy this dip now. I think we're gonna add to this, although definitely not risk-free, but I think we're gonna just swing it. I think we have a reset that we could use as well for this. Again, NASDAQ's flying up. Give silver a chance here. There we go. There we go. 2 contracts left. I'm gonna add back if we start to dip more, but I'm gonna give it a chance to rebound. There we go. There we go. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. I don't like gold's move right here. Gold's move is actually a little bit sketchy. There we go. I'm gonna add to this now. All right, we're up hundreds now on this one. Let's see if it'll go higher here. You know what? We're gonna swing into this. Uh-oh. Well, this combine might be in trouble. I think we still got some room, though. I don't think I can add more to it. Oh my gosh, I can add more to it. I forgot it's micro silver. What a wild micro silver market here, though, man. Look at this. I can't add to it. I think I can add up to 50 here, which is just risky. Looks like we're... See if we get a bounce right here. Not an investment professional. This is a combine account, so this is like a challenge account. I got to make $1,500 in profit one day, $1,500 the next. I think I sized up a little bit too much, tad bit too much here. I don't like what gold's doing either. Look at gold. Gold's actually testing lows here as well. Here we go. Okay, I lost it. I figured I was gonna, again, it was a challenge account, so it's not the end of the world. We can always reset this here. I think that's what I'm gonna do. We're up 700 actual dollars though, which, you know. But you don't love to see it. You don't love to see it. Let me reset this. We should have a free reset. Yeah, we do. Okay. All right, we're back. But honestly, I might pivot to a short-based strategy now if we get close to this low. It's a challenge account, the Fox. I didn't lose 2,000 actual dollars. Come on now. These are $50 accounts. If you want to check out Top Step, again, I'll put the link up. Great way to learn. Most day traders lose. I'm not going to take 20 micro contracts of silver right now. That would be chaos and just completely unnecessary. We already made 700 actual dollars though, so we're gonna be green regardless. Check them out. There's the link. Question is, what do I do here? Do I short now? Gold's cracking lows. I think I do. We'll scale into this though. Here we go. Long now? Yeah, I mean, if we're not going to take crazy swings on silver prices this morning, what are we doing here? I've already made 700 actual dollars, and I really don't want to give that back. So, and I think we got a bunch of resets that we can cash in. There we go. So, just do it that way. Again, I'm trying to make $1,500 in profit on this. It does look like gold's kind of bouncing here, though, to be honest. See, it looks weak here, though, but it's almost... I don't want to get faked out here. Let's give it a second. Yeah, again, I'm trading, like, I've got a bunch of combine accounts that I have resets for. So if you're wondering what I'm doing, that's what I'm doing here. I'm not trading my actual funded accounts. I'm up $700 in my actual funded accounts. I won't ever do that here. I'm never going to do that where I'm day trading my funded account like this. Much risk. Or just playing around here. I might lose my yeah, we lost it. It's okay. Wait, what? How are we even up this much? We're not even supposed to be able to lose this much, but I'm pretty sure this account's gone too. I don't know why they haven't closed it yet. Okay, there it goes. Okay, I was wondering when it would happen. Yeah, but look, here's my actual funded accounts. I'll show you guys. This account, we are up. We made 50, 160, 185, 80, 120, 25, 25, 150. So my actual funded accounts were up about 7 something a day. Really, we're mostly getting chopped at the opening bell. But really, yeah, we're mostly getting just choppy weirdness at the open. Not really any like favorable price action. You change these tracks so I don't accidentally pick 5 micros. All right, look at the NASDAQ start to come down. Look, I'll try to trade the NASDAQ here. Because NASDAQ is actually what I know. So I'll trade NASDAQ some today. Here's my actual funded account. SPY at. I'm gonna try to short this now. Take a couple short positions here. 2 micros, be small. See if we get some breakdowns. There we go. Maybe cut it if it starts to go up too much. Go. I want to see if it rejects the 200 exponential right here. Take a couple more, 3, 4. We'll leave it at that. We're up 700, so we have a cushion. I'm gonna liquidate 2 of these though, just to protect. I think that was the right move. We're gonna cut it right there. Just weird swings right now, to be honest. Again, we're up about 650 on the day now. But not easy day trading in the NASDAQ or the silver really. Yeah, silver right here. Let's put silver up. Silver's rebounding back up now at 72.80s. NASDAQ struggled a little bit more though. Yeah, we're chopping a little bit more. I'll try shorting this again. There we go. Better. All right, we're gonna take half of that off right there and get out there too. We add back. All right, so that dip would have kept working here. Silver's starting to pull back some. But it's not a huge pullback. Yeah, I'm probably going to get out of here early today, guys. I'll see you guys later. We've been trading the silver and gold, but yeah, we're not really holding easy patterns. I think we're kind of just chopping sideways, you know. But yeah, guys, again, if you want to check out Top Step, I'll put the link up. Great way to help support the channel. No PDT and futures. You can day trade the S&P, NASDAQ, Dow, Russell, gold, commodities. It's a great way to learn. There's the link. Check it out. Appreciate the love. And I'll see you guys later. Y'all be good. Have a great day. Again, as soon as I close the stream, it's going to bring you to tomorrow's stream. We're going to be covering the same stuff tomorrow. And so, yeah, I'll see you guys over there. Y'all be good. Have a great day. Again, not an investment professional. Some of the links are affiliate links, sponsored links. And I'll see you guys later. Y'all be good. Hold on. All right, guys, hold on 1 second. All right, NASDAQ coming back down here. Weird. Hold on, let me edit video here and see if I can... What? Hold on, guys. I'm trying to get redirect to work. Weird. Here, hold on, guys. I'm sorry here. Look at this bounce. Hold on, guys. Sorry, I'm messing with one thing. I gotta figure out one thing. Settings. Okay. No, I'm not removing Minecraft skins. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to redirect to tomorrow's stream. I'm So I'm still here. I'm sorry. Usually it lets me do it, but it's very strange. For whatever reason, I don't see the option right now. Very weird. So let's see if we can find it here. There we go. I don't know. That's super strange. All right, we got it. We got it. All right, guys. I'm going to get out of here. I'll see you guys tomorrow, bright and early. Oh. Ah. Yeah, I'm still here. Hold on. All right, now I'm ending the stream. There we go.